Hey everyone, Destroyer here. Going to be doing a review today on the Blackhawk XSF Punch Dagger. As you can see, it is a very tiny knife meant for compact concealed carry. Comes with a chain and a Secure X style sheath, similar to the stuff you've seen from Cold Steel. So it actually locks in place until you actually give it a good tug. As you can see from the actual knife, it's fairly small. As you can see, it has G10 steel handles that are secured by what look like torque screws. And then Blackhawk boasts that this knife is AUS 8A steel, so it's supposed to be fairly heavy duty. If you'll notice, it has an odd tip. It doesn't come to a complete point. Let me see if I can get that there. There you go. It's got a flat edge. Now, when I did the research on it, it was explained that in the field, under extreme pressure and with enough force, the tips on a lot of knives were breaking. So, this is the reason why they designed it this way. If you'll also notice, it's double-edged, but it has a slanted reverse edge. So it actually angles off in the same exact opposite direction, which it makes sense if you look at it this way. That way you can lock it in this way with the Blackhawk emblem on top, or reverse. It'll lock in either way, so it makes it stupid proof under a lot of stress and lack of fine motor skills. You can put this back in its sheath without stabbing yourself, as long as you're careful enough. So my first impression was, this is a really tiny knife. I don't know if this is going to actually hold up to what I'd want it to do. And so that's what the point of this test is going to be. So let's go check it out. Let's do some tests. So we're going to first start off with heavy duty wood. Let's see how that holds up. Then we're going to upgrade it to glass, and then to bathroom ceramic tile. And then to complete the torture test, I'm going to slam it as hard as I can into solid cement block. Yep, going to really put this thing through its paces. Alright, here we go. There's the wood. Right here. Right there is the tip of the blade. So wood's not a problem. Let's upgrade it. Okay. So glass is stopping it. If you'll notice, it's creating a burr on the top. So glass is a no-go, but obviously you're not going to use it to actually cut through glass. But be aware, if you're going into bone, if it's hard enough, with enough force, you could cause a problem. So it broke it, not the knife, the tile. And as you can see, it's causing some disfiguration on the tip. But the actual cutting surface is fine, other than this little part right in here. So let's upgrade it to stone. That didn't feel too good on my hand. So, not really doing a whole lot to this tip. I mean, it's scuffing it up and roughing it up, but nothing you can't straighten out with a sharpener. Let's try a full-on blow from a downward strike. It's putting a dent in it. As you can see, right there and right there are the two strike marks. But it's still not going through. So, let me clean this off. Seems to be holding up just fine. I'm definitely impressed with this AUS 8A steel. Granted, I've never really put it through this tough of a test before, but it seems to hold up pretty well. It's gone straight through about a 1/4 inch of wood. Granted, it's not solid oak or something like that. It's also gone through ceramic tile. Didn't go through the glass, and it didn't go through the cement, but it did put dings in both of them and scratched the glass. So the Blackhawk XSF Punch Dagger actually did a pretty good job holding up. I was impressed. I wasn't sure how it was going to hold up, considering it's 8A steel. It's not the hardest, but it's still pretty hard. So I wasn't completely sure on that. As you saw, it was completely reliable. Obviously, it didn't go through the cinder block and the glass, which I wasn't too surprised at. But it did go through the wood, which I would have hoped it would have, and it did break the ceramic tile. So that's not exactly a complete waste and a complete failure. It's very simple to operate. Anybody could do it. All you do is just put your index and your middle finger right up to that point, and then make sure that the G10 paddle here right up against your thumb, and then just lock it in. It's very, very simple. So, quality-wise, I would say this is an excellent knife. Very durable, made out of excellent materials. I don't see any issues with this falling apart at any point in time. And if I remember correctly, it was only around $24, $25 at Walmart. For the price that you pay, if you're looking for a nice compact knife that if you need to in emergency you can slash with it, it's nice for that. It's got a double-sided blade. However, its primary purpose is going to be for stabbing, puncture wounds. It's for up-close combat. I like the fact that it has the blunt tip. At first I thought it was going to be kind of a downside to it, but after slamming into that tile and the glass, the wood, and the concrete brick full force, that tip would have probably broken if it were an actual fine point tip. Excellent function for the price, very reliable. Operation is very smooth. Quality is excellent, very durable. And for the price, I don't think you can beat it. And Blackhawk, my hat's off to you for making an excellent product. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out on some of your other stuff in the future. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and this is Destroyer, signing off.